Alright, chat. Before we go off tangent again, because we're so known for that, haha, let us check out Clownfish's story on Twitch. Shall we? It's a brief video. It's like 12 minutes, so it's one of the shorter ones. Let's check this out.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm not here with Geeky Sparkles. I'm gonna do a follow-up on a Twitch video I did the other day.
Yeah, you guys are talking about this, how he thinks that Twitch is just gonna ban him again in a week.
Talking about how Twitch could get nuked pretty soon. There's some speculation that advertisers are gonna shy away from Twitch.
And yes, I know I'm pausing a lot, I'm sorry. But this is exactly what I was talking about, where Asmon did not do anything that violates COS. Because this is what he said. He basically said that, I don't know if he specifically said Palestinians, that's the thing. Chat, if you remember, let me know, but I don't think he actually specifically said Palestinians, he was only referring to the Gaza region. And I don't think he called out Palestinians specifically, saying it was an inferior culture and saying he had no sympathy for them when talking about the ongoing conflict in the region. Yeah, he did refer to Hamas, correct, but I don't think he actually said Palestinians. But all he said was he called it an inferior culture, and he had said he had no sympathy for what was happening over there. He did not actually call for atrocities to be inflicted. He did not actually call for that. Which is why I said, almost from the beginning, when I first heard about the ban, is that his ban was not against they banned him, but not for anything against TOS, because he did not violate TOS by saying this. By saying something is an inferior culture, and that he has no sympathy for them, fuck them, that's not a violation of TOS. Especially when you-know-who has done things has said 100 or 1,000 times worse and actually has called for the unaliving of a specific ethnicity or religious people. So, absolutely, his ban, he's said that it has been good for him. It was undeserved. At least not for the reason that Twitch said.
Twitch, that users are jumping ship from Twitch, and that, frankly, at the end of it, Amazon might just get tired of bankrolling Twitch, because Amazon, again, they are a mega conglomerate, and even if, by some miracle, after all the layoffs and all the streamers leaving and all the bigger streamers getting banned, if by some miracle this company is still profitable by Amazon standards, it's chump change. Right? It's not enough. And Amazon has shut down profitable companies before. Again, being a comic book guy, look at Comixology. They bought Comixology. It made money, and as far as I can tell, but it didn't make enough money. And they're like, well, we'd be better off taking those resources and putting them into something else that we can get a better return on investment. And they have a lot of controversy lately. I mean, not even getting into the Dr. Disrespect thing or a lot of their streamers bailing and going to kick. We'll talk a little bit about the Asmongold situation. I don't think I talked about that on a video before. But he was banned. He's back.
Corey, I'm brain farting. Help me out. ROI? Help me out. I'm brain farting on what that stands for. Shit. Return on investment. Thank you. My brain just shut down on ROI for a second. Okay, yeah. And you're right. It is about return on investment. Revan, you are also right. Moving the tit. It's why I've got the account bearer set up as a backup. If something ever does happen to Twitch, I will port myself over to Kick. I have that account already set up, ready as a backup. So,
and now he is saying he's probably going to get banned again, and he's going to go someplace else. Possibly Kick, possibly Rumble. Oh, can I say Rumble? Am I allowed to say Rumble? The R word, possibly to another platform. YouTube doesn't like it when you talk about the R place. I'm just saying. And
Too bad. I got one.
And then we have this situation with Hassan. Some government people send a letter to Twitch asking like, what the hell is up with Hassan?
What? U.S. politician sends a letter to Twitch calling for Hassan to be the anti-Semitic voice. Okay, it's somewhat cut off. Is he throwing some kind of a sign with his hand, or is it just like a really awkward still frame of him doing something in this pose?
Hassan, because they said he's anti-Semitic, and you know, and then we've got Asmongold on the other side of it, saying stuff about Palestine. I mean, this is crazy. I actually do agree with.
I'm going to say this: it is not a fair comparison. Comparing Asmond to Hassan is not a fair comparison. Asmond has commented on it before, hence the reason why he got banned, but he does not make his entire stream about what's happening over there in, Israel and Gaza. He does not. That makes up a very small portion of his stream, to the best of my knowledge. He primarily focuses on gaming and social issues, usually stemming from gaming. Whereas Hassan is 100% a political streamer. That is all he does. So making the comparison of Hassan on one side and Asmond on the other side, that's unfair. I do think that is a completely unfair balance to try and make, because they're two very different streamers. Yeah, Asmond had some strong viewpoints. That doesn't make him a political streamer. Hassan actually is.
The guy I was talking about the other day, who said that the only solution for Twitch is to keep politics off the platform. I agree with that. You know, if Twitch would go back to just streaming video games, they might be okay. But again, I think it's going to chase off a lot of their current audience.
Oh,
because
yeah,
a lot of people go to Twitch for hot takes and tits. That's basically it. Political hot takes and
I don't know about the hot takes. Like, you guys don't come here for the hot takes. You come here to have fun. I do gaming. I do reacts. You guys make me cry sometimes, but they're happy tears. It's the tits. Yes, I agree. That Twitch, Twitch. You know how they're okay. You know how Kick had a reputation of being basically a streaming gambling site? That was like the quote-unquote stigma about Kick, is it was a fuck ton of gambling. Twitch has its own, because Twitch has the stigma of it being nothing but softcore TNA. Twitch has its own stigma. It just happens that TNA is a hell of a lot more appealing of a stigma than crypto and gambling with Kick. Highly.
Hits. And we've seen gaming streamers go all in on commentary. And a lot of them have actually stopped playing games, or they're making political commentary while they're playing games. And I don't think just playing games is enough to keep people on Twitch anymore. I'll be honest. I think the audience has changed.
It is not.
It's shifted. 10 years ago, yeah, you could keep 11-year-olds entertained with Fortnite streams or Minecraft streams or whatever. Yeah. But that's not the case anymore. In fact, I would say Twitch is very, very not friendly for kids. And that does present.
If Twitch went back to doing only games, it would be dead within a month. They would if they would not be able to get enough people on the platform, both streaming and watching. They'd be gone in a month, because they would not be able to get the ad revenue to keep them afloat. If they did something like, okay, we are only gaming now, no more anything other than gaming, Twitch would be dead in a month. They would not be able to sustain their subs, because it is now become, Twitch is a platform for streams like mine, where some gaming, but talking and commentary and stuff like that, or tits. Flat out. That is what Twitch is known for now. And other stuff, political commentary, like Hassan. Game development commentary, like Thor. Thor has got a huge fucking following, and he does a lot of, like, game development commentary, which is really cool. But it's not actually playing games anymore. That's no longer what Twitch is about. And what I think they need to do is Twitch, I think if they fully embraced the current state of Twitch and actually, like, fixed their fucking TOS so it was not so draconian, and at the same time actually enforce their TOS equilaterally instead of, not banning Dan Clancy's favorite prodigal son when he does worse shit than almost anybody on the platform. They might need to make a go of it. They need to face facts. Twitch is no longer a site for the 13 and under crowd. And yes, I know you have to be 13 I know you have to be 13 years old to have a Twitch account, but how many parents do you think created Twitch accounts for their 10 to 12-year-olds so they could watch people playing video games? Yeah. Twitch needs to embrace and adjust their TOS to meet what it currently has become. And if they do that, maybe they can turn it around.
Amazon with a problem. I honestly, God, think they're going to shut it down or sell it off. They've already shut it down in other countries. They've had multiple rounds of layoffs. Bezos is just going to be like, you know what? Fuck it. We're done. I'm out. You win some, you lose some. We bought this thing when, we thought esports were going to be huge, and they were for a while, and now they're not as big as they were. So let's talk about this. Before we get into any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Come from Deserto. Asmongold believes Twitch will ban him again 1 week after his return. So Asmongold believes he will be banned from Twitch again before long after making his return to the platform following a 14-day suspension in mid-October. He came under fire for calling Palestinians an inferior culture. His words, not mine. Just to clarify before we get people in the comments, because I know how people are, and saying he had no sympathy for them when talking about the ongoing conflict in the region. Is that what he actually said? I know he did apologize, but he says he thinks he's going to get banned again. The World of Warcraft streamer's comments quickly circulate around social media and Twitch, with many viewers calling for the Amazon-owned platform to ban him.
Because of course they did. But these same viewers calling for Asmon to get banned, are cheering in Hassan's stream when he's calling for death to Americans and death to Israelis and spewing anti-Semitic bullshit. Which is also wrong, by the way. Like, what Asmon said about, like, calling another culture inferior, yeah, it's not exactly a great thing. It's not a good thing to be saying about any culture. He has freedom of speech, though, and what he said is not violation of TOS. And then you've got the flip side, the actually calling for unaliving of people, which goes way beyond. The people that were calling for him to be banned are the ones cheering in Hassan's stream. Like, I have to wonder, it begs the question, how many people, when Hassan has done these streams where he is calling for the unaliving of Americans and Israelis and promoting propaganda, how many people have reported Hassan and Twitch has flat out ignored it? I would love to know how many people actually did a report like they did with Asmon. Because that's probably why he got banned, is he got mass reported. How many people have reported Hassan for doing the same or 1,000 times worse and were ignored? They were just flat out fucking ignored. Because it was Hassan. I wonder.
He got hit with a 14-day suspension, and a number of companies cut ties with him, including his own company, right? Including OTK and Starforge Systems. That ban has since ended, and Asmongold has returned to streaming. He has promised to visit the Middle East in the new year to broaden his perspective. Dude, I appreciate like A for effort. You're an American. I would not go overseas right now. Just
yeah.
And I know that.
Well, we said it during his apology thing. Him saying, I want to go over there and learn the culture. Number one, that felt corporatized when he made that apology. When he was saying that, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't mean it and he just said it literally as like a corporal style apology for the ban. I don't think he actually means it. Oh, I know, Drysel. I know. That's what I'm saying. How many people, how many tens, hundreds, thousands of people have reported Hassan's stream when he's been grotesquely anti-Semitic and actually called for the unalivings of people? And those have been flat out ignored because it is Hassan and he's Dan Clancy's favorite prodigal son.
There's no way in hell he's listening to this video, but I'm gonna be like, dude, regardless of where
I know
stand
you did
on
that.
things, I think traveling to the Middle East as an American right now is not a very good idea. I'm just putting it out there. But you do what you want to do, man. You do what you want to do. Listen, I won't get banned for probably another week. He said during his October 30th stream, there'll be a few more things that are probably going to happen, and then he'll probably end up getting banned after that. I'm guessing the election. If I had to guess, he's going to have a hot take on the election. And
probably.
Like, I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but I have a hunch how it's going to go. And if it goes the way I think it's going to go, one side is going to be very, 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 very unhappy. And there could be some fallout from that. I'm just.
Actually, what I'm going to say, what I think is what Neon's talking here about the election. And Drysel, there are a lot of clips right now about Asmon trying to speedrun another ban. There are quite a few of those. Hackdraw, yes, you are correct. Going anywhere in the Middle East, with perhaps the exception of Israel. Anywhere else in the Middle East is fucking stupid right now if you're an American, especially if you're white. If you're white, stay the fuck out of the Middle East. Because you are not liked there. Trust me on that. But, yeah, it is this Tuesday. Here's my hot take. Where Neon was saying if he says something about the election. Asmon will catch a ban from Twitch regarding the election if he says something positive about Trump and something negative about Kamala. That's how he'll catch a ban. If he does it in reverse and says something positive about Kamala and something negative about Trump, he'll be fine. But if he indicates any kind of support for Trump and non-support for Kamala, yeah, I could see that happening because that's kind of how things are happening with businesses right now for a lot of them. But we'll see.
Saying based on previous.
Oh yes, Tay-Dog, you're right.
Previous experiences, right? That's what I'm assuming. Maybe we'll see what happens. I don't know yet. Streaming star said
Maryland, that's probably the best course of action.
Prefer to happen after November 5th. Yeah, you need to survive until Election Day. Yeah, I have to survive and not get in trouble until Election Day. After Election Day, we can have a lot of fun. Following his initial ban, Asmon called Twitch inconsistent when it comes to dishing out punishment.
Bingo.
And he clearly believes he's on a path to another suspension. So this is very ironic because I do recall people sounding the alarms on Twitch about 2 years ago. And if my memory serves me correctly, Asmongold said Twitch is fine, Twitch is not dying, Twitch is okay. Everything is good here. It's all fine here. Everything's fine. Of course he's going to say
insert this is fine mean here. Well, I mean, rather than other Twitch streamers have been doing speedrun bans and unbans. Fucking, what was it, XQC? Or, no, PewDiePie. PewDiePie has made it a fucking game. It's part of his brand now, like I've said. Speedrunning bans. That's part of his fucking brand at this point.
he's one of their biggest streamers, right? So of course he's going to say that. But I don't think everything's fine. I don't think things have been fine at Twitch
You're
for
right.
a very long time. I mean,
You're right,
again,
Dressel.
multiple rounds of layoffs.
You are right.
Very inconsistent banning. And look, if people do some legitimately shitty things, that's one thing, right? But we've seen people get banned over usernames. They had a guy whose name was Piece of Sheet. And
Yep.
they're like, well, we banned it because it made some of our members uncomfortable because we thought it had something to do with the KKK. Like, what the fuck is that about? That's so stupid.
What? I had not heard about that. That they took what was very obviously a play on words for piece of shit and instead said piece of sheet and said, we're equating that to the fucking KKK. What fucking brain trust at Twitch made that goddamn leap of logic? Honestly, like the guy who made the screen name, Corey, is that who you mean? That's what you're referring to, the guy that made the screen name. This is the problem. Is you've got the admins at Twitch that are fucking DEI SJA stands. They are all in on this. And so they are literally seeing the entire fucking world through DEI glasses. They are incapable of seeing the world through a lens of modest or moderate reality. And so you have guys making a piece of shit play on words, and they're instantly jumping to racism. And they're banning Asmon because of his opinions on something. But because other streamers and other people align with their ideology, they're like, cool, you have carte blanche opinion to do whatever the fuck you want. That's why we're in this position. You know what would probably be greatly beneficial? I think what would greatly help Twitch right now is if, not Twitch shutting down. If Jeff Bezos came in and fucking cleaned house. If Jeff Bezos cleaned house from the top down with Twitch's, executive and administrative divisions, cleaned house and all new people in there that did not have these, radical ideologies, Twitch would probably get back on track. I think it would. You put some actual even, level-headed people into those positions, clear out all of the DEI, SJA fucksticks that are currently occupying those spaces, and install even keel, level-headed people who are in that middle ground area and can see both sides equally and make logical and reasonable judgment calls about arguments being made on both sides, and do actual applicable use of the TOS, Twitch could recover and even climb again. But in the current state, unless Bezos does that full top-down cleaning, it's only going to get worse. Right now, that is the only way I see that Twitch is going to get fixed. Even if they clear out their admin team or their mod team and replace them, it's still not going to fix the problem. It won't. I'll say yes, no. He did just recently do that thing with the Wall Street Journal, where he said we're not indicating support for anyone, which pissed off a lot of people. That he wouldn't endorse a specific individual in the running. He said, Washington Post. I don't know why I said Wall Street Journal. Right, Washington Post. Sorry. He said we're not throwing support for anybody. We are not endorsing any candidate. And that was the right call. Newspaper should be about news. It should not be about endorsing fucking anyone. So I think Bezos, he may have been pretty supportive. I think maybe Bezos may be making an ideological shift. He may be seeing how people are hating the extremes. Maybe. I could be wrong. But from what I'm seeing, this example with the Washington Post, he may be thinking, okay, we need to, rebalance here so we're not leaning too far heavily in any one direction. But we'll see. I could be dead ass wrong. And it could go in a wildly different direction. But that's just the feeling that I'm getting.
Right? I don't even know what Amazon could do to save Twitch. I'm going to be completely honest. I have no idea what they could do because they've definitely strayed far from what the platform was originally about.
Money is even keeled, not left
there's
or right.
been a lot of escalation in the streaming space. It used to be enough to just stream games. It used to be enough to just stream, hey, I'm drawing and I'm chit-chatting about my day, and people were okay with that. Now, if you want to hold people's attention, you have to be spicy. You either have to have spicy opinions or you have to show off your tits or something.
Chat. Is that true? Do I need to start getting some really spicy opinions, or do I need to start shaking my boob more? To keep your attention? Is that true? Be honest. I can handle it. I can handle it. Do I need to give you a booba shake? Pactra, why not Zoidberg?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not enough. They want drama. They want gotcha moments. They want especially in politics, they want validation, right? So it's and if they're horny, they want tits. It's not enough to just
there you go,
like
Guybo.
Animal Crossing or something, or people would do it if there was that. Twitch would go all in on just games if there was good money in just games, but there isn't, right? And that's why they were kind of lifting the restrictions. They only lasted a day or two, lifting the restrictions on the lewd content and stuff. Asmongold apologized for his previous behavior and stated he wants to change his tone in his streams. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Maybe he's going to get spicier. Maybe that's what's going to happen.
He has.
Right?
Who was it that said it in here?
Maybe he's going to ramp it up to 11.
That he has.
Maybe he's going to try to compete with the quartering or something. I have no idea. I have no idea what he's going to do. Sports Kita, U.S. politician sends letter to Twitch. So one politician, one dude, calls Hassan Abi the anti-Semitic voice of a systemically anti-Semitic platform.
I'd prefer it if you showed more ankles.
Well, never let it be said that I did not try and do what my chat wishes. Book chat. Ankles. Ankles chat. Oh God, scandalous. It's ankles. I know, chat, I'm a harlot. I know.
Well, okay, so I don't want your stuff. So there was this whole thing going down with Twitch where they were not letting Israelis or Palestinians create new accounts, I guess.
No. I'm going to correct Nian on that. They were not letting Israelis create new accounts. Palestinians were creating new accounts just fine. Israelis were being geo-blocked. They were being IP geo-blocked.
It started last year on October 7th that they were not letting them create new accounts. So there's that. And then, anyway, this is U.S. politician Richie Torres has sent a congressional letter to Twitch raising concerns about the rise of anti-Semitism on the platform and points to Hassan as a significant contributor of that. Torres shared screenshots of the letter addressed to Twitch CEO Dan Clancy and Amazon execs Steve Boom and Andrew Jassy in a post on X. In his post, He made it clear that the letter aims to hold both Dan Clancy and Hassan Abi accountable. He accused the content creator of denigrating Jewish people and the Twitch CEO of allowing systemic anti-Semitism on the platform.
I mean, anti-Semitism and anti-American behavior. You guys gave examples here. How he was talking about how America should suffer 1,000 more 9/11s. And he's been very openly, verbally violent against his Jewish and Israeli people. He's 100% anti-Semitic. He is. There is zero question about this. But he's Dan Clancy's favorite son, so he's untouchable. For now.
This is going to be...
Oh, yeah.
This is turning
I only
into
gave
a
2
huge
examples.
ass
There's
headache
many.
for Amazon. I honest to God think they're going to just call it a day. I really do. I think they'll just call it a day. So here's a tweet. Let's go out to this tweet and see what he's... Richie. Where's Richie from? New York.
New York.
He's from New York. Okay. He said, I'm writing to express alarm about the amplification of anti-Semitism on Twitch at the hands of Hassan Piker, who's one of the largest political streamers with a following of 2.7 million. Since October 7th, there's been an explosion of Jew hatred on social media platforms. It said he emerged as the poster child for the October 7th outbreak of anti-Semitism.
Now, Shadow Sparta.
And he's going into, I don't know if I can say what he said, but he does give some examples. So now we got...
We 100% you can call someone an asshole, you can call someone an uneducated moron, so on and so forth. Now we are not going to call for that. Not for something like this. Definitely not.
Congress people complaining about some of their biggest streamers. And I don't know, guys. I'm going to tell you right now. If you're thinking about becoming a Twitch streamer, don't. Don't. You
Too
missed
late.
the boat by like 10 years. I think it's going to end pretty soon. I don't see how Amazon can keep this up. I mean, we're seeing what they're doing with the Washington Post. They're not even letting them endorse a candidate because Bezos is like, I'll take everybody's money. And I think the same thing is going to happen with Twitch. I think...
You know what? And nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Saying, don't endorse any candidate, just give me your money. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If it means that something like the Post is going to do even keel factual reporting and not worrying about endorsing any candidates, that is the basis of capitalism. Let us be bluntly honest here. Bezos is a capitalist. He likes that money. His decree that, nope, you're not going to endorse any candidate with this newspaper because I want money is perfectly legit. And you know what, Kaibo? If the staff refuse to do that, they can find new jobs. I guarantee you Bezos will have no problem filling those positions. All of these reporters that think they're irreplaceable can be replaced in a heartbeat. What else? Capitalism is about one thing, listening to the money. Bezos is listening to the money. With the situation with Twitch, he's going to listen to the money. If advertisers are saying, knock this shit off, he's going to knock this shit off to make the money. Because like I said earlier, I do think Twitch is redeemable. I do think Twitch can come back if the administrative and executive parts of it are gutted. If they gut the administrative and executive portions of Twitch and get anything leaning people in there, Twitch can recover very nicely, honestly.
I actually, normally I don't agree with censorship, but I think the only way to salvage the platform as a video game streaming platform is to not let people talk hard politics on the platform, and sure as hell don't show your tits. But at that point, what do you got? Not much, right? You don't got much, because that's everybody's pivoted in that direction. So I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Please
Good night,
subscribe. We'll talk
Akitora.
later. Join the reef. Go to clownfishminus.com. That's clownfishminus.com. You will get exclusive access to podcasts and videos and comic strips and more, as well as merch discounts. Check it out. If you were a member, you could get this t-shirt, this dismal t-shirt on our website. You'd get a 10% discount on that. You can also join in the community on clownfishminus.com. Thank you so much for the support.
There you go. Yeah, Twitch is still a very viable platform. It is. They just need to recover it. They flat out need to make a major change in order to recover it. And that does mean a lot of people in the upper ranks in administration and moderation going away.